Hello everybody, here we are again, and just a sec, give me a moment. Uh, yeah, so let's continue from here on. And right now I will be giving some more time to Next.js, to learning of course, and then let's see how many things we can actually learn. And the simple thing is that I will not be able to turn the chats on on because of course I have to focus on learning. But soon I hope I'm gonna be working on a project and all, and where I can actually turn the chats on. For now, unfortunately, I'll have to turn them off. This is the thing that I'm having to do, but never mind. There's gonna be a time when I'll be able to turn it on, especially when I'm working on the projects. Right now, let's continue from here on, and let's see what we are gonna be learning next. Let's play the music in the background too, and this is how we are gonna be going ahead. I hope you got that. I'm gonna be catching up soon.
till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul.
That's good.
Alright everybody, time to have a quick recap. The thing is that it's great yaar, I mean seriously. The thing is that first you learn the basic things, okay? You just do everything on your own. And then suddenly you learn about a library that manages everything. You don't need to create a use effect. You don't need to even create a loading states and all. You will get everything by default. You don't even need to revalidate the data. Use effect mainly revalidates the data whenever some when it comes to rendering something. So yeah, we need to use use states and all. And when something changes in that, whether in React or in Next.js, the page re-renders. Even we don't need to worry about that. The thing is that when ultimately you can actually use something like 10 stack React query, and it will handle everything from its own size. So talking about the things over here, first of all I learnt about the few things over here. If I go to my notes, first of all we got the basic setup ready. This is how you can actually use the 10 stack, and you need a query provider. So first of all you will have to import the query provider, and that query provider will actually take a client. You will have to make that client, and then you have to just pass that client as a prop over here. So this is just the basic stuff, basic setup that you have to of course do that. And then we have two things over here. We have query and we have mutation. Query means you wanna fetch the data. So whenever you want to fetch the data, use query hook. And whenever you wanna mutate, that means you wanna put, you wanna patch, post, delete, anything. It's so easy, seriously. I don't know why I didn't learn it earlier, because I never used Next.js. This is the first time I'm learning Next.js, of course. So this is the best benefit of actually doing the stuff with the Next.js. But the thing is that, or reminder is that, you must know how to implement the same thing without Next.js. Next.js provides you lots of built-in functionalities. You can just get the things done like this, but how they work, what exactly happens behind that, you need to know that. Otherwise yeah, you'll be given something to have, but you won't know behind the scenes. So that is the thing you need to worry about. So using mutations, we can put, patch, post, and delete, whatever you wanna do. And when it comes to mutation, so we have to just use something hook that is called use mutation. So this is the hook that I'm using, and this hook mainly takes two things. First one is the mutation function. Function means what exactly you wanna do, and second one is the success. And then first of all I'm giving it this function I have created over here, and this function does nothing. Simply this function takes the user data, whatever user data I give, and this function actually calls the database and simply sends a post request to the database. Then my backend gets the post request, simply saves the data, and done. And what happens at the end, you simply return the response. Then ultimately this mutation function gets the response back and awaits the response, because of course over here again usually when we use fetch, so we need to of course await the fetch request, and when we get the response we need to await the response as well. But in this use mutation, you don't need to await it. You can await it, your choice. But the thing is that this mutation function that is assigned this add user, it automatically awaits it. So you don't need to worry about awaiting thing. If you are making it await over here like this, well, this is not gonna be bad, it will still work. But the thing is that as you are returning it from here, so this mutation function will automatically await it. So you don't need to worry about it. Next.js will handle it on its own. So this is the thing. And as soon as you get the response, that means the request got succeeded, you got on success response. And when you get on success response, few really important things. What is the first thing? That when I actually got my data, and especially, where is that? Come on, I must get that. Query provider. This is the not this. Seriously, how can I miss that? User list over here I have. Yeah. So over here I created use query. I used the use query hook to get the data, to fetch the data. Again, what it does, it simply takes a function. What does this function do? This function simply sends a request to the database, gets the response, and simply I return the response, and ultimately this query function gets that particular response. Again, this query function will await it, so you don't need to worry about that. The another thing is that I'm using query key over here. Why? What is the use of this key? It simply revalidates it. Revalidate in the sense, when you send the request to the backend and you get the response, that response actually gets cached. Cached in the sense, whenever you will try to make another request, you will not get the new response, rather you will get that cached response. So if you want to invalidate that cached response, if you want to revalidate that, in that case, using this key only you will be able to revalidate. That means a new request will go to the database, new data will come, and new data will be cached. And that is why you need to have this query key, and using this query key you can invalidate the cached data that you already have. So that's the same thing I'm doing over here. As soon as I got the response success, what I'm saying that first of all I'm creating this query client. Why am I creating? Because of course using query client only you can get the data, you can fetch the data, right? Mutation is used for mutating the data, mutation hook use mutation whatever, and use query hook is used for getting the data or fetching the data. And that is why you need to create this hook. First of all you need to use this hook, use query client, and once you are using that, then you have a method called invalidate queries. It simply gets that particular key that you created while fetching the data using a use query hook, and once you just give it that particular key, then it will invalidate the query. Whatever cached data it has, it will just revalidate the cache, it will refresh it, then it will send a new request, it will get the data. Once it gets the data, it will actually show that data, not the cached one. So it's just like that, and then you are setting the name and all. Pretty simple, easy peasy thing. But this is how things actually work. So ultimately at the end of the day you have only these two things. You have query, you have mutation. Query used for fetching data, mutation is used for put, patch, post, delete, etc. Not etc. I mean these four things are enough. Okay, and whenever you are mutating the data, and if you want to get the new data, you will have to invalidate queries, and again for that thing you will have to use query client, and then using that you will get an object. On that object you can call a method called invalidate queries, and that method will take a key. That key is gonna be array of keys. You can give that particular key to that particular key. Okay, ultimately what I meant over here, that this you can give these keys to this particular key. Again that's query key of course, and once it gets the key it will invalidate the queries, and done, you are sorted. As simple as that. It's quite great to learn all these things, especially once you have learned the previous things. Once you have actually fetched data using use effect, using use states, using loading states, and you have managed everything from scratch, then if you are moving to using these React queries libraries and all, it's good, it's plus point. If you are directly moving to it, that's the minus point, because you will not know the under the hood things. So keep that particular thing in mind. So this is done by the way, and now whenever I'm just submitting it, I'm getting that new data. One thing that I want to do over here, that I want to just write overall code that I wrote for this particular functionality. So first of all I wrote my route.ts, this particular function, and mainly I created this post route over here for this particular functionality. So let's even do that. Why am I doing it? So that in future if I get stuck, I hope I will not get stuck, but in case under any situation if I get stuck, I'll be able to just come here and then have a look at the code that I have just simply pasted. app.users.route.ts. This is the first thing that I actually did. I actually created a post route. Why? Because I will send the request to the backend, backend will get the request, backend will change the data, backend will save the data of course, so I need to have it anyhow. So this is something, this is needed, as simple as that. So once this thing is done, what next I did? Nothing. I just simply went to I created a page, and once the page got created, I'm just simply sending the request. Not even this thing. This thing is gone, and lastly I have this add user form tsx. I just simply created this, and inside this what I'm doing, I have a add user function, I have this use mutation query, use mutation hook, and that use mutation hook mainly taking that particular function that I created, and you are sorted, done with everything. Don't really need to worry about anything at all. Control C, control A, control C, and then control V. These are the shortcuts you can just use to just paste the code and all. By the way, this is gonna be components/add user form.tsx. Again, I'm using TypeScript. It's easy once you learn the TypeScript, so you can use it anywhere. So that's not really a big deal. So even this much I've done. Again, I'm repeating, I'm just copying and pasting the thing so that I can refer to this particular thing in future, not now, because of course I know everything now. How about the future? I don't know what's gonna happen. So some safe things to have. So this thing is already done, And what is the next thing that I'm gonna be learning? I'm not even sure what I'm gonna be learning. So far I've learned the basic setup, the use query, the use mutation. Using use mutation, I can easily get the data. Sorry, I can post the data, I can put the data, I can pass the data, I can delete the data. What is left? Nothing. So let's see what's gonna be the next thing. There's one more thing, by the way. I have a use query, I have use mutation, I have query. No, I have already learned everything. That means I have learned it. Wow. These are the only things. Let's see what's gonna be the next one. I'm not sure, but yeah, gonna be fun. So I'll be back again after learning that. Then I will be explaining the things again from the beginning till the end, something like that. I'm gonna be catching up soon. Let me play the music.
Close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. See the horizon, turn us to thousands.
Alright everybody, so welcome back. By the way, it's gonna be kind of a theoretical chapter where you just learned about caching and the hydration. That's kind of the easiest thing ever. Like you did, I already said the last time when I was discussing about the things, that overall only you need just only these things. You need a query for fetching the data, and you need mutation for putting, patching, posting, deleting, and that's it. The CRUD operation is done, and once the CRUD operation is done, there's really nothing else. There's only CRUD operation in the websites. Okay, by the way, these were the three most important things that we have already covered. And when it comes to hydration and caching, you already know. Like caching means you are simply caching the data so that you don't have to send the request and get the data and all. So caching in the sense saving the copy of that. So that whenever the user or the another user requests for the same thing, instead of sending request to the backend, then getting the data from the database, then sending the response, then serving the details and all, we have the cached data. We will simply give the data, as simple as that. We have saved data, we have saved pages, we have cached pages. Instead of creating a new page, I will just serve the cached page. And that's what it means. Saving a copy of the page to serve faster later. Not now, but of course later. For the first time, it will get the data, it will create the page, it will then cache the page, and then it will serve later. Then when do we need it? These are just some of the examples where we need it. Where in blog post, products, homepage, about page, here things hardly change, and that is why we need it. And then shopping cart, user dashboard, livestock prices and all, here things change frequently or really frequently. So over here we need cache, we don't need caching. And this is just the extra info that by default, yeah, we can say that caching is not enabled by default, but there are some options that you can actually enable caching. So, and when it comes to hydration, so let me even highlight this particular thing over here, and let me highlight this particular thing over here. So we've gone through hydration, and hydration is what? Hydration is ultimately making your HTML page, static HTML page. Static means that is not interactive. So making that page interactive. So the process of making the static page into an interactive page, that is called hydration. And why do we even need it? The simple thing is that when we get any page rendered using Next.js, so first of all, just the static page comes. That means first of all, you just get the HTML, then the JavaScript loads. What the hell? This happens only in the client components, not in the server components. So there are two types of components, client and server. So normally in the client components, this particular thing happens, this hydration thing happens, that you get the HTML, then after that you load the, and it happens mostly with the React, but okay, Next.js is built on top of React, so I cannot say that it never happens with Next.js. It does happen with that too. So we get first of all the HTML, then we get the next, we download the JavaScript, and then JavaScript makes the page interactive and all, and this is how things simply go on. So this much we've done, and this is the simply process and all, and then this is the process how the things actually work, and at the end of the day, these are the types of caching we have. And that was it actually. And now the next time onwards, whenever I'm gonna be coming back, I will actually be building a to-do app using this using this 10 stack React query. Again, believe it or not, but it is easy, or I must say it is really easy. So I will be building that query. I will be building that to-do app first of all with the help of the teachers. Of course, later I will build it on my own so that I can be sure that okay, I know the stuff and all. So that was it for now. I'm gonna be catching up later. I think what time is it? It's 9:18, so I better just start learning the things about Python and all. I'll be coming back just in 10 minutes to learn the few more things about Python, and this is how it's gonna be going on. By the way, that was it for now. I'm gonna be